What you've just seen was footage from the new Sirius Fullframe 50mm anamorphic lens. And yes, I thought it would be a great idea to take this thing over 2000 meters above ground level into the Swiss Alps with my friend David to test whether this is a cinematic machine or not, and if it is made for travel. The size of this lens is a bit bigger than my usual Tamron 28-75 setup, and so is the weight, but the build quality is absolutely stunning. If you hold this thing in your hands, it just feels high quality with a full metal design. It is a completely manual cine lens with a smooth focus ring and aperture ring. This lens is a 50mm full frame lens with a 1.6 stretch, which gives you a 50mm look with a field of view of a 31mm lens. Ultimately, this makes your footage look like taken with an even bigger sensor than full frame, and really reminds me of high-end Hollywood productions. The flares this lens produces are absolutely beautiful, and in my opinion it gives your video a super cinematic look. Even in daylight environment it can flare sometimes. In low light, this lens holds up pretty well with the t.9 aperture, but of course, if you film in pure darkness with ISO 100,000 like me, it will get noisy. Finally, I will talk a little bit about my personal experience I had with this lens. Because this lens is fully manual, you really need to get used to not having autofocus at all. It can be a bit hard to find focus sometimes. If you're filming like me during your travel, you cannot bring an external monitor because it's just too chunky. For professional environments, I will definitely use this with a gimbal, a follow focus system and an external monitor. And yes, that setup looks super badass. Feel free to subscribe to see how I will use this setup in future. If you're like me and you've always been interested in the anamorphic look but never wanted to spend tens of thousands of dollars for a lens, then this lens is the perfect choice for you. It is reasonably light and small, and Sirui will even come up with more lenses to complete the whole set. The character and feel that anamorphic footage gives to your videos is incredible, and if I could, I would only film anamorphic the whole time. I hope you've liked the video, and if so, please subscribe and like. Until next time, and goodbye.